The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Adena Springs South, Daily Racing Form, Double Diamond Farm, Jerry Parks Insurance Group, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Valerie Daly of Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.
Hello everyone, welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring a grand slam for American Pharoah, easily winning the Grade 1 Haskell Invitational in his first start following his Triple Crown sweep. We begin with the Grade 2 Monmouth Cup. Morning line favorite Protonico was a late scratch, leaving Breitster as the 4-5 starting choice. Frank Miramati has the call.
Into the far turn, and Breitster's in charge. Maintains a length and a half lead. Grasshopping under the whip, not responding. Valid makes the try now on the outside, taking second, coming to the quarter pole. Freestyler. They're followed by Pants on Fire, 5 lengths off the lead, but they all have plenty of work to do as Breitster turns for home and turns it on at the top of the stretch. He opens up to lead by 3. He's very close to the rail under left-handed urging. Valid is chasing very gamely from second. Then it's Freestyler in third. Grasshopping between them. Breitster, another dominant front-running victory in the Monmouth Cup.
Odds-on favorite Breitster takes the field gate to wire to defeat Valid by 2 3/4 lengths. Corey Lannery aboard the Keeneland Sells graduate in 1:42 2. The Eddie Keneally trainee was last seen wiring the field in the Grade 3 Salvatore Mile at Monmouth. The 5-year-old horse by Lionheart was bred in Kentucky by Doug Branham and originally sold for $13,000 at the Keeneland November sale. A $20,000 yearling and a $195,000 2-year-old, Breitster has earned $677,000 for Joseph Sutton. Darby Dan Farm Stag in Jerseytown, the best Grade 1 Sunted stud by Leading Sires Fightstown. Jerseytown's stellar first crop of yearlings will be represented at the Saratoga Select Sale, including a colt from the immediate family of champion Shared Belief and a half-sister to classic winner Totalist. To Saratoga for fillies and mares in the Grade 3 Chuvy handicap. Champion Untappable at 6-5, a slight favorite over Stop Charging Maria. Johnny Brielle picks up the call.
It's Untappable by a half length. Stop Charging Maria on the outside in second. Tis Windy is third. Privet Hedge down at the rail. Then House Rules and Imposing Grace. It is Untappable. On the outside, it's Stop Charging Maria. Tis Windy is just in behind in third. Privet Hedge is down at the rail, and there's a 1/4 mile to the finish. Stop Charging Maria on the outside, Untappable on the inside, and we've got a showdown in the Chuvy here with a furlong to the finish. It is Stop Charging Maria and Untappable. There's nothing between them. Stop Charging Maria now pokes a nose in front. Untappable not giving away, but as they come to the wire, it's going to be Stop Charging Maria to take it by 3/4 of a length.
Stop Charging Maria outfinishes Untappable officially by a length while getting 3 pounds from the runner-up. The winner under 120 pounds and Javier Castellano in 1:49 1. Winner of both the Grade 1 CCA Oaks and the Grade 1 Alabama Stakes last summer for Rapoli Stable, Stop Charging Maria has a record of 4 wins and 1 second in 5 starts at the Spa. The 4-year-old filly by Tail of the Cat was bred in Kentucky by Harvey Clark and Brookdale Farm and was a $47,000 Keeneland September yearling and a $220,000 OBS March 2-year-old. Town and Country Farm acquired her privately prior to her current campaign. The 3rd graded stakes winner last weekend for trainer Todd Pletcher, Stop Charging Maria has earned $1,774,000. To Del Mar for fillies and mares in the Grade 1 Clement L. Hirsch Stakes. 2-time champion Beholder, the 1-5 favorite, Trevor Denman has the call.
Less than a half mile to go now, and Beholder has kicked early. Beholder goes for the lead. My Sweet Addiction, Honey Rides dropped out. Yahilwa running a big one on the far side. My Monet is in there. 4 of them tightly grouped now. They are coming to the quarter pole. Beholder is in front. My Sweet Addiction down at the rail. Yahilwa is on the outside of that. My Monet in behind them. Warren's Veneta still far back. Homeward bound now, and suddenly Beholder is shot clear, and Beholder just getting the rein shaken at her now. Yahilwa is running a brave 1 second. But Beholder, once again, a scintillating performance today. Just never gave them a chance. Cantering home under Gary Stevens in the Clementel Hirsch.
Odds-on favorite Beholder draws off to defeat Yahilwa by 7 widening lengths for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Gary Stevens up in 143-4. Winner of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies at 2 and the Breeders' Cup Distaff at 3, the Richard Mandela trainee has 7 Grade 1 stakes wins on her resume. The 5-year-old mare by Henny Hughes was bred in Kentucky by Clarkland Farm and was a $180,000 Keeneland September yearling. A half-sister to Grade 1 winner and spendthrift stallion Into Mischief, Beholder has banked $3,656,000 for Spendthrift Farm. DRF Breeding, home with the new sire-powered results tool. Access race results from North America. Visit drf.com/breeding for additional information. Back to Saratoga for the Grade 1 Alfred G. Vanderbilt Handicap. Rockfall, the even money favorite, Larry Colmas has the call.
Around the turn they go, it's Favorite Tail in front with a Big Beast looming large on the outside. Outside of them, Rockfall clearly now, and Saludos Amigos, they're into the stretch. Favorite Tail to catch. The Big Beast runs after him, and Rockfall is closing on the far outside. Here comes Rockfall and the Big Beast after Favorite Tail. Rockfall and the Big Beast coming down to the line together in the Vanderbilt. Their noses apart, and it is too close to call.
Here's another look at that photo finish. It's the Big Beast trying to hold on to the lead, toting 117 pounds, and John Velasquez. But Rockfall is closing with every stride on the outside, under 121 pounds, and Javier Castellano. And Rockfall gets up to take the photo by a nose. Rockfall becomes the 13th Grade 1 Stakes winner for Windstar Farm Stallion Speightstown, including 7 Grade 1 winners at Saratoga. 6 furlongs in 108-3. Since finishing 8th in his first start, the Todd Pletcher trainee has reeled off 6 consecutive victories. The 4-year-old colt was bred in Kentucky by SF Bloodstock and was a $250,000 Saratoga yearling. Rockfall has earned $509,000 for Stone Street Stables. More racing coming up, but first here's the upcoming schedule in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Challenge Series.
The advantages of nominating and winning a Breeders' Cup Challenge Series race are clear. For more information about the Breeders' Cup Challenge Series and nominations, go to members.breederscup.com, because the best is yet to come.
Stroll, a Grade 1 winner by Pulpit, has been a success at stud from the start. Stroll has sired stakes winners on all surfaces, here and abroad, including a champion in his first crop.
Danlier Rose win the Mazarine Stakes.
Every year, Stroll continues to have success with his 2-year-olds, both on the track and at the sales.
Extra, sexy, hipster, 1x5.
A proven sire with miler speed, Stroll at Claiborne Farm.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 2 Bowling Green Handicap just ahead in this segment. Turf fillies and mares at Monmouth Park in the Grade 3 WinStar Matchmaker Stakes. I'm Already Sexy, the 11-10 favorite. Frank Miramati picks up the call.
It's Baffle Me and Means Well. I'm Already Sexy has some run in third. Testa Rossi joins her in fourth. Lily Carstairs has shuffled all the way back to last. Casual Smile takes fifth. Cushion is trying to launch a bit extreme outside. Charm City Girl rides the rail there at the top of the stretch. It's Means Well on the inside with a narrow lead. Clear sailing for I'm Already Sexy. Here comes Casual Smile, splitting rivals decisively with a ferocious rally as she comes to take command and pull away. Casual Smile, ultra sharp in the WinStar Matchmaker.
9-1 Casual Smile takes it by a length and a quarter over I'm Already Sexy. Abel Castellano Jr. up in 147 flat. After going winless in her first 8 starts in England and the U.S., the regally bred filly is working on a 3-race winning streak over the Monmouth Park turf. The 4-year-old filly by See the Stars out of Group 1 stakes winner Casual Look was bred in Great Britain by her owner W.S. Farish. The latest stakes-winning turf filly for trainer Chad Brown, Casual Smile has earned nearly $152,000. Abel Castellano with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. To Saratoga for the Grade 2 Bowling Green Handicap. Unfortunately, 2-1 favorite Innovation Economy broke down during the race. Larry Comas picks up the call.
So now the field makes their way into the far turn. And it's still Iron Power and Jose Ortiz a length and a half in front. Morning Calm, Imagining, and War Dancer on the inside are right behind him. Then it's Alcali, followed by Red Rifle to the inside, Golden Soul, and at the back is Dramedy. Around the far turn, and here comes Imagining. On the outside now of Iron Power. Iron Power and Imagining, 1-2 is War Dancer. Swings up on the far outside, and Red Rifle cuts the corner, and they're into the stretch. And it's Iron Power. Red Rifle, who saved all the ground, just squeezes on through. War Dancer is there on the outside, and Imagining. Red Rifle. Red Rifle is in front, close to home. And what a brilliant ride by Javier Castellano. Red Rifle wins the Bowling Green over War Dancer.
Red Rifle draws off to defeat War Dancer by 2.5 lengths for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Another graded stakes victory for Javier Castellano. Time of the race 2:13.3. A graded stakes winner on dirt, turf, and synthetics, the Todd Pletcher trainee was last seen taking the Grade 3 Dominion Day Stakes over the Woodbine Poly Track. The 5-year-old gelding by Giants Causeway was bred in Kentucky by Twin Creeks Farm, Tom and Nancy Clark. A $250,000 Keeneland September yearling, Red Rifle has earned $696,000 for Twin Creeks Racing Stable. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is leading sire Malibu Moon, AP Indy's best scented stud, 7 years running. Malibu Moon is on the rise with his selected yearlings at Saratoga. Look for several of his best yearlings selling Monday and Tuesday at the Saratoga sale.
Eye-popping 108-4. Flat out, in front. Flat out is still in front. Flat out by 3 coming down to the wire. Flat out wins, and here comes Flat Out, who's full out. It's Flat Out to win the Cigar Mile.
Hit the bullseye with an OBS August yearling. Since January 1st, 2014, OBS August yearling sale graduates have been on target for 65 stakes wins and counting, including 18 graded stakes wins from coast to coast. 800 yearlings by leading and proven national sires and promising young guns will be offered August 25th through August 27th. OBS, we measure success by performance.
The first horse in 37 years to sire a Triple Crown winner, is also the leading third crop sire in the world and boasts the highest AEI of any sire in North America, higher than Tappet and Warfront. It takes a pioneer to lead an empire.
I've got a to-do list and 5 acres of fresh air.
Top 3 tools: hammer, screwdriver, front loader.
Happiness is a drive-over mower deck.
A John Deere dealer can teach tractors to anybody.
In the right hands, an iMatch Quick Hitch could probably cure most of the world's problems.
That's how we run, and nothing runs like a Deere. John Deere is a proud sponsor of the Breeders' Cup.
Since 1894, Daily Racing Form has told the story of thoroughbred racing. 120 years later, Daily Racing Form continues to tell the story and now bridges the worlds of racing and breeding. Presenting the new DRF Sire-powered results tool. Access race results by sire, name of horse, track, date, age, type of race, distance, and surface. Available only at DRF Breeding.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 3-year-old stakes action in this segment. Presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. Sprinting 3-year-olds at Saratoga in the Grade 2 Amsterdam Stakes. Barbados, the 2-1 favorite. Larry Colmus picks up the call.
Victory is Sweet, and Jose Ortiz lead the way on the far turn. And Holy Boss is second to the outside. And then comes March, who is on the move 3 wide. Requite and Barbados are next. 44 and 4 for a half mile. They're into the stretch. Holy Boss on the outside. Requite's coming up the fence. Victory is Sweet gives way. Barbados, March, and Bluegrass Singer on the far outside. Holy Boss and Requite come down to the final 16th with Holy Boss in front. Holy Boss and Ricardo Santana Jr. will win the Amsterdam by 2.
Holy Boss, the winner officially by 2 1/4 lengths over Requite. Ricardo Santana Jr. aboard the Keeneland Sells graduate in 1:15-1. That's 4 consecutive victories, including 3 stakes wins for Holy Boss. The colt by Street Boss was bred in Kentucky by Adena Springs. It was a $135,000 Keeneland September yearling from the Adena Springs consignment. Holy Boss has earned $330,000 for Jerry Durant. Steve Asmussen trains the winner. For all your insurance needs, a specialist at Jerry Parks Insurance Group is there to assist you with 40 years of exceptional coverage. Look for Jerry Parks, John Cassie, or Kelly Weeks at the upcoming yearling sales. To Mountaineer Park for the Grade 2 West Virginia Derby. Made from Lucky, the 5-2 favorite, Peter Barry has the call.
They head to the back stretch now, and the leader, All I See Is Gold. In second is Bent on Bourbon, and moving up to the outside is 30 Silver Pieces. Just in behind them with the run of the race then comes the grey Iron Fist racing on the outside of Tommy Macho. Another 1.5 lengths away to Made from Lucky, who's about 6 lengths off the lead. On the inside next, dropping back a touch, is Iron Fist. And then 2.5 lengths farther astern comes All I See Is Gold, and the trailer still is War Story. They're inside the 3/8 pole. It's getting pretty busy up front. We're now on the outside, moving up. Going to the lead is Bent on Bourbon. On the inside is All I See Is Gold, and whacking away then comes Bent on Bourbon. On the outside, starting to make a line of 4 around the outside. goes Made From Lucky with his run. They're into the stretch now, and on the inside, hard at it, is Iron Fist, being joined on the outside by Made From Lucky. Made From Lucky has gone up to take the lead with Super Colossal. It's Made From Lucky, Super Colossal, and it's going to be Made From Lucky, 2 good, 1.5 lengths.
Made From Lucky runs by Super Colossal to take it officially by 2.5 lengths. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Joe Bravo aboard in 151 2. Winner of the Grade 2 Peter Pan Stakes in May, the Todd Pletcher trainee was making his first start since finishing a distant 6th in the Belmont Stakes. The colt by Looking at Lucky was bred in Kentucky by RMF Thoroughbreds. A $150,000 OBS March 2-year-old, Made From Lucky has earned $875,000 for Cheyenne Stables and Mac Nickel. The colt was consigned by James M. Herbner Jr. to the 2013 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Croupy's Newcastle Farm for $70,000. Grade 2 West Virginia Derby winner Made From Lucky, the Keeneland Sells graduate of the week. Back to Saratoga for the Grade 2 Jim Dandy Stakes. Belmont Stakes runner-up Frosted, the 3-5 favorite. Once again, here's Larry Colmus.
And it is Japan who's been there every step of the way and is on a 2-length lead over a Breeders' Cup winner in Texas Red, who's second as they pass the half-mile pole. And Frosted and Joel Rosario are creeping up closer now. They're third, but continuing to progress on the far turn. Fremento is far behind. It's still Japan. Now, Texas Red makes his run at him. And Frosted is 2.5 lengths behind them. Fremento is last, and he's getting a bit closer as they come toward the top of the stretch. And it is Japan who's all out on the lead. Here comes a Breeders' Cup winner after him. Texas Red has moved up alongside of Japan, and Frosted is coming with giant strides on the far outside as they come down to the 16th pole. It is Texas Red in front. Frosted runs at him. Texas Red, Frosted, a dramatic Jim Dandy, and Texas Red has won it.
Texas Red takes the duel with Frosted by 1/2 length, while in receipt of 4 pounds from the odds-on favorite. Kent DeSormo aboard the Keeneland Sells graduate in 148 3. Second as the favorite in his last 2 starts in graded stakes company, Texas Red gets his first victory since his 14-1 upset in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile last fall. The colt by Afleet Alex was bred in Kentucky by Stone Street Thoroughbred Holdings. A $17,000 Keeneland September yearling, Texas Red has earned $1,692,000 for Eric Brem, Wayne Detmar, Lee Michaels, Gene Voss, and trainer Keith DeSormo. Coming up, American Pharaoh's Victory Tour continues.
Goes 140 at 130, 40. If you get 40, if you get 140, if you get 130. Down over the down 87, 90 pound daughter, down over the down 90 grand bay, 890 thousand daughter, down over the down 90. 85 on a minute, 85, what do you think it's 5 here? 85 pounds and daughter, down over the down 5 on the minute.
People want to know what's so special about Ocala. Centrally located between Orlando and Jacksonville, Ocala's equine industry has many incentives to breed, raise, and train thoroughbreds. Discover Ocala. Reach out to Showcase Properties and we'll show you why we love where we live.
I've got a to-do list and 5 acres of fresh air.
Top 3 tools: hammer, screwdriver, front loader.
Happiness is a drive over mower deck.
A John Deere dealer can teach tractors to anybody.
In the right hands, an iMatch Quick Hitch could probably cure most of the world's problems.
That's how we run, and nothing runs like a Deere. John Deere is a proud sponsor of the Breeders' Cup.
Here comes Capo Bastone with a bold late rally. Can Capo Bastone do it here? Yes, he did!
Capo Bastoni with a tough customer and awfully fast on the inside. It's going to be Capo Bastone.
Capo Bastone, Grade 1 placed in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile at 2, and a Grade 1 winner at Saratoga at 3. New for 2015 at Adena Springs South.
Make plans now to attend the National Thoroughbred Owner Conference taking place at beautiful Gulfstream Park in South Florida, January 11th through 14th, the same week of the 2015 Eclipse Awards. Enjoy a great lineup of speakers and panelists, fabulous social events, and live racing at Gulfstream. Plus, you'll meet celebrity owners and successful thoroughbred owners from around the country. If you missed the inaugural Owner Conference at Keeneland, you won't want to miss this one. Visit ownerview.com to register today. That's ownerview.com.
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Monmouth Park for the Grade 1 Haskell. Triple Crown champion American Pharaoh bet down to a dime on the dollar. Here's the call by Frank Miramati.
And they're off in the William Hill Haskell Invitational, and American Pharaoh breaks out perfectly, and Competitive Edge is intent on going to the front, and he takes the lead. Mr. Jordan comes away in third, Upstart fourth through the opening furlong, 4 lengths off the speed. Then it's Top Clearance, followed by Keen Ice, and Don't Bet with Bruno is the early trailer. Into the first turn, Competitive Edge went a bit wide, opens up a length and a half on American Pharaoh in second, and Mr. Jordan is outside of him in third. Upstart is fourth. He's only 4 lengths off the leader. Another couple back to Top Clearance, who's 6 in front of Keen Ice, and Don't Bet with Bruno's at the back. Onto the back stretch, Mike Smith and Competitive Edge. They're in front by a length. American Pharaoh cruising in second. Then it's Mr. Jordan in the clear third. Upstart traveling nicely in fourth. He's inching up nicely on the inside of Mr. Jordan. He takes the third spot heading to the half-mile pole. It's a big gap. Top Clearance is losing ground steadily. Keen Ice moves up inside of him, and Don't Bet with Bruno. Into the far turn, Competitive Edge has been there every step of the way. American Pharaoh is a length behind second, and Upstart, these three are dominating as Keen Ice begins to make his move. American Pharaoh comes looking for the lead at the quarter pole, and he quickly puts away Competitive Edge. Upstart on the outside third, then it's Keen Ice and Top Clearance. They're at the top of the stretch, and America's horse has opened up. It's American Pharaoh with that majestic stride, pouring it on through the stretch. Keen Ice runs into second. American Pharaoh, the party continues as he rolls home in the Haskell.
American Pharaoh by Windstar Farm Stallion Pioneer of the Nile coast home by 2 1/4 over Keen Ice, while eased up by Victor Espinoza. Time of the race 1:47.4, a 1:09 buyer speed figure. Since finishing 5th in his first start, American Pharaoh has put together an 8-race winning streak, including his historic Triple Crown sweep. And he gives trainer Bob Baffert a record 8th victory in the Haskell. The champion colt was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Zayat Stables. American Pharaoh has a bankroll of $5,630,000. His next start is expected to come in the Travers Stakes at Saratoga. American Pharaoh paid $220 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. We'll see you next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture. Online at tbredweek.com.